Welcome back, everyone. Today is going to be a little bit different because today I want to talk about noise canceling headphones. I've already done a review on common open-ear studio headphones that I used for mixing and stuff by Sennheiser and Beyerdynamic. I'll link the video up here or here, somewhere up here, but also in the description if you want to check that one out. If you're new here, like and subscribe, ding the bell if you want notifications, and I'm also on Buy Me a Coffee. Now, why am I making this video, or why would we be using noise cancelling headphones, considering we have proper open ear headphones? Well, as part of the pandemic, a lot of us lost access to our studio spaces and, office spaces that are properly treated. And a lot of composers have moved into a work from home environment, but also we have, students or, young people still living with their parents, and maybe you have very loud siblings or something. Maybe you generally live in a noisy environment. And so noise canceling headphones can come in really handy. Also, it's summer now, it's pretty hot. I tend to run my air conditioner a little bit higher. And a little bit more often, and so this is a good way to kind of cut out that extra background noise. But so we've all been struggling with, some kind of noise at some point. I prefer to work in spaces that have windows, but then obviously you're a little more prone to outside noise if there's construction going on or someone across the street is having a party. It can get very distracting, especially if I have to work late after hours and people are loud. It's not a good situation. So what is noise canceling and how does it work? It's a technology that reduces or completely eliminates unwanted ambient sounds by using active noise control. So the way it works is that multiple microphones on the headphones analyze the ambient noise around you in real time, and then they feed that noise profile into a processor inside the headphones, which will then spit out phase-inverted sound that will either reduce or completely eliminate all the ambient sound around you. So it uses phase inversion, phase canceling, so that the noise does not actually reach your ears. There are currently 3 very popular models on the market. You have the SONY WH-1000XM4. I think they also have a newer model, the XM5. Sony, there are better ways to name your products, just saying. Every time someone asks me, which ones do you have? I'm like, the Sony with the long number. Bose has 3 or 4 different models, and they're kind of the OG when it comes to noise canceling, commercial noise canceling. And then Apple has the AirPods Max. I personally went with the Sonys. I did try the Apples. I found them to be very heavy. I could see that be a problem after a couple of hours because they're made of metal and it's, really pushing down on the top of your head. But they're also very expensive. They're very comfortable, don't get me wrong, and at least for the short while that I wore them. And the noise canceling worked fine, but they're very expensive compared to the other models. But they don't offer anything that the other ones don't offer, so I didn't really see the point. You're paying extra for Apple being Apple, basically. I also tried one of the Bose models at a friend's house, and they're very good. They're very, very good. The noise canceling is fantastic, very comfortable, sound quality is great. I did go with the Sonys just because they have a newer model and it comes with more perks and with more, customizable features. But in terms of sound quality, wearability, durability, noise canceling technology, mic quality and stuff, they're pretty equal. So, go with whatever brand you prefer. They're also in the same price range, so, they're definitely the direct competitors in this. So let's talk about the Sonys, since that's the model that I went with. So the Sonys come in 3 different colors. I chose black, but they also come in silver and white. They're very light and very comfortable. They last up to, I think, 30 hours, it says, with the noise canceling on, and 38 hours with the noise canceling off. It feels pretty accurate. I've only had to charge them a couple of times so far. And you don't have to charge them all the way. Like, you can plug them in for 10 minutes and that'll give you 5 hours of listening. So they charge very, very quickly. The charger cable is a bit of a joke. Like, Sony, look at me, sis. What is this? Like, you couldn't give us a couple more inches on that USB? Like, I want to know, like, what was that meeting like? Someone presented this to some kind of committee and said, this is going to be the charging cable that we're going to provide. And people signed off on this and were like, yeah, that seems adequate. Like, how much money are you saving per cable by not giving us a couple more inches? 5 cents? 10 cents? Yeah? They're $350 headphones. You can give us a longer cable. I'm just saying. They're wireless headphones, but they also come with a cable. It's just a regular audio cable that you can plug into your audio interface or directly into your computer if you want to use them that way. I also like how foldable they are. Like, you can actually fold them up like this, which makes them very easy to travel with. But they also have this travel case, which is it's a hard case, so you can put them in there and travel with this. It's very neat. So one of the things that I love about these and why I went with these is the outside of the right ear is a touch screen that allows you to control a lot of different things, which is super helpful for people like me that don't take their phone around the house everywhere. So I can be in the kitchen listening to these. If I get a phone call, I can just take the phone call, even if my phone is in this room. I don't have to go pick up the phone. I can pick it up with this. I can activate Siri with this and then make phone calls. It obviously has a mic inside of it, several. You can control your music volume, you can skip through tracks. You can also, if you're outside and someone is talking to you, you can put your hand onto the entire ear like this, and then it'll immediately reduce the volume of the music and let sound through so you can hear the person talking to you. So it has a couple of really neat features that you can just control without even having your phone on you, or you can just keep your phone in your pocket or in your backpack and just control everything with a touchscreen, which I think is really nice. Because especially, when we go to the supermarket and we have our hands full and stuff, you don't always, have your phone in your hand. And it can get very convenient to have that. And another thing I really love about these, which is why I bought these and not the other models, is how much you can customize the sound and also the noise canceling. Like, it comes with an app where you can EQ them. Like, I think the default they come with just is very bass heavy, so I did some EQing to adjust it to my taste. But also it has a ton of other audio features that you can enable, disable, and adjust. And the noise canceling is fantastic. You turn them on and it's this very strange feeling when all of a sudden, almost instantly, all of the surrounding sound just gets drowned out. It's like you're in this bubble of silence, and it's a bit of an off-putting feeling at first. And it's very interesting to actively hear the noise come back in when you turn them off. Because I don't think many of us realize, even when we're in absolute silence, how much noise there is around us. And it's very fun to actually actively hear noise, even when you're in silence. Sometimes I just wear these. If I really want absolute silence, I just put them on. I don't even turn on music. I just put on the headphones, turn them on, and I'm just in this bubble of absolute silence. And it's fantastic. They also have tech in there that is specifically designed for air travel. I haven't tried that out yet because I haven't flown with them yet, but I probably will one day. So I'm looking forward to that. Finally having absolute silence on the plane. And it has a ton of smart features that you can customize inside the app. For example, it can let important sounds through, like overhead announcements, sirens. It can get dangerous if you wear noise canceling headphones out in the public. There are sounds that you want to hear for your safety, and so you can regulate that and have the headphones let those through. It also has a speak to chat feature. So the moment you start talking, it will automatically pause the music and let sound through so that you can speak to a person. Very handy again if you're, out, in a checkout line and you start talking to the cashier, it will automatically pause the music and let sound through so that you can talk to the cashier. And then once you're done and you start walking again, the music will come back on. So you don't even have to do anything, which again is super helpful if you have your hands full and stuff. It's, you don't even have to touch anything. They will also pause when you take them off briefly. They will just pause the music, and then when you put them back on, it'll notice that you did that and resume the music automatically. You don't even have to do anything. And the noise canceling also works when you're in a noisy environment and you're taking a phone call, which is kind of cool. Because, say I'm at the beach, Pacific Ocean, very loud, the waves and everything. So you can be in a really noisy environment and then someone calls you and the noise canceling will still work. Even with the microphone, it will also filter the noise out of your speech, which is really quite interesting. So the person on the other end would not even know that you're in a noisy environment because it's filtered out of what you're saying and also out of what you're hearing. So it's like having a phone call in a quiet environment, essentially, but you're at the beach or somewhere really noisy and busy. It'll adapt instantly to your environment. When I'm here and I'm using them and I turn on my air conditioning, I never even hear the air conditioning because it instantly adapts to that new noise. Same outside, it just automatically always adapts to what the ambient noise is. And it also adapts to whether you're walking or sitting or, it can detect your movement. It can also take noise profiles of places that you go to very frequently. You would have to turn on tracking in the app. So if you're against that sort of thing, you can't really use that very well. But it will detect if you're going to similar places, as most of us do, all the time. It will keep taking noise profiles of those places and improve the noise canceling, because it gets much more data from these particular places that you're in so often. But personally, I don't even need that because it adapts so quickly and so seamlessly that I don't even think I need that feature in particular. Now let's talk a little bit about the sound and how as a composer I would use these. So first of all, for listening pleasure, they're absolutely fantastic, especially since you can customize the sound to your liking. It also has digital sound enhancement engine, so if you're listening to compressed audio, it will upscale it in real time. Sounds really fantastic. It also has an immersive audio setting, for spatial audio, for surround sound. It's called 360 reality audio. It will take pictures of your ear shape, and then you can upload that, and then it'll customize the settings specifically for you. It's pretty cool. I tried it once or twice, and it's kind of impressive. You also get several months of Amazon Music with this for free, so you can actually try that out. It's fun. It's not something I need, but it's fun to play around with. Now, as far as composition goes, I can use these to compose, and I can get a halfway decent mix. Are these for mixing? No, absolutely not. They are fine for when there's a lot of noise for some reason, or I have to turn on the air conditioning and it's really loud, or there's noise outside, or, people are loud, whatever. They are great to just block that out and keep working, keep composing. But before I send out any mixes, I do take them off and I have to go with my Sennheisers or the Biodynamics and finesse the mix, because they're not linear in any shape or form. They're not made for mixing. They are made for listening pleasure, and they're made to cancel out noise. And they do that fantastically. I don't know if there is a model that is good for composers, but I do hope that Sennheiser or some of these companies that make these really high quality studio headphones, that they come out with a model that is noise canceling but still has the qualities of the HD 650s or something. That would be kind of cool. That would be the ultimate work from home tool, I think, if we can have that. Because right now I have to kind of mix and match and still fix stuff on my open ear headphones that I can't use when it's really loud, because they let in all the sound. They're literally the opposite of noise canceling headphones. So yeah, if you have been struggling with noisy environments, these could be a blessing for you. If you travel a lot, these are a blessing for you. If, you know, you just need some peace and quiet, these are a blessing. And again, the Bose are very, very good as well. They're direct competitors. As far as noise canceling goes, I did not notice a difference. The sound quality is perfect too. So, you know, I went with the Sonys because they have all these little, you know, fancy features, but I'm pretty sure Bose is gonna come out with a model that has all of that too. So, you know, they're gonna keep improving these. But yeah, this has been a blessing in my life because I get annoyed by noise, loud noise, very easily. It almost makes me angry. I don't know what that is, why that is. But this just gives me so much more peace. Like, even if I just want peace and quiet, I just put them on, turn them on, no music, nothing, just silence, a bubble of silence. And it's amazing. I hope this was helpful. Again, like, subscribe, ding the bell, and we'll be back soon with more film composer stuff.